Kia ora. I'm going to fill you in on this little management of this over the fence strip that we have to do, because it's grazed behind the fence here, and here's a road that we fenced off against the stock. So we are left with 2+ meters of a lane that nobody really wants to manage because it's full of blackberries and gorse. At the same time, it will turn into fire danger. And in Syntropy, we look at it and go like, oh, it's all rank, yeah? It's not going to grow, it's just sitting there waiting for fire to take it out, because no herbivores are coming for it and we're not mowing it normally. So it just sits there rank, producing nothing but fuel for wildfire. So we want to get out of that. We want to go into a Syntropy mode. We want to actually turn this strip here, now that the cattle is fenced out. We actually want to turn the strip into something like a alley cropping silvo pasture where the animals are there. And here we have our tree row, and because this is on top of our ridge, and from that side here we get our cold southwesterly winter winds. They shoot through onto our section here. What we need here is fast growing shelter, evergreen mostly, because it's in winter when we need most of the protection. So we want a strip of syntropic food forest of some sort with fast growing evergreens. What is showing up already is eucalypts. I see quite a few here and there coming up. They're really fast, so we need to protect them. We do want to protect Kanuka and Manukas coming up here and there, so I have to be really careful with the weed eater. And the plants we are thinking for here would be the South American pinon, because it's very similar to kauri, which would normally grow here, another Araucaria. And we want to put some olives in, which is also relative to a native that would grow in gnarly sites, the hinau. And then we will put our titonias in here, and yeah, we will find other things as well, don't worry. And when you look at the management that we did with the weed eater, it's a great tool. It goes through blackberries and everything. We deliberately didn't go into the gorse because we want to keep that as a nurse crop. We need shelter here. We need something that quickly gets us out of the grass. And of course we use titonia here, but there's no reason why we shouldn't use some gorse as well. So we want to treat that gorse as our friend. So we will actually prune it up nicely so it goes a bit taller. We want wind shelter, and we want it easy to go around to manage the other trees that we are planting. So we want it up, so we're creating an apical dominance with the nicest whips that we can find, and cut the other ones that are just going outwards. So we are actually a pruning gorse into a nicer tree. How funny is that? And it will fix nitrogen for us and produce a prickly mulch that we can put around our fruit trees to keep possums away from climbing up and eating the leaves off them. Yeah, so we doing all of those things at once. And when you look at the grasses that we cut with the weed eater, you see this one here was a beautiful clump of prairie grass, and it looks really roughed about with the weed eater. It's too frayed. It looks like a broom, and that is because the metal blade is never super sharp. It's never like a machete. Of course, it's more like a hatchet going in there, otherwise you would destroy it immediately when you hit a stone. And that is not very nice for the grass. It will recover, of course, but it's not how we should treat grass. The best way to cut grass would be with a cow, because they have razor sharp teeth, and with their tongue they go over, pull it over their teeth. They only have the teeth at the lower part of their jaw. On the top they don't have teeth, but the tongue comes around like our hand and the sickle. Yeah, the tongue goes and it cuts it over the teeth, and at the same time the saliva of the cow has supposedly certain substances in it that will heal and make the grass regrow better. Now, what is the best we can do in the future? Once we get through the bulk of the work that we do now, from now on it will be more delicate management. So we might use our multi-tool with a hedge trimmer to get a cleaner cut, or we even go down on our knees with a sickle and do that, and then we can put it right where we want it around some of our favorite plants. There's that advantage to it, and we get a clean cut, and we will see any seedling coming up, because once the grasses are going to be fading out, there will be heaps of seedlings coming up in here, no doubt about that. And we might find some really interesting stuff in here, but only if in the first year we actually go down on the ground and make sure that we watch what we are cutting. So stay tuned on that. We will update you on that.